going on? And I constantly ask myself, why are half the companies, in any community, in any town, in any state, why is half the companies in the situation? And the reason being is, I'll explain it by talking about frogs. Maybe that's the easiest way to explain this dilemma. If you take a frog and you put it in a pot of water and you turn the water up, the frog will just sit in the water because it's nice and comfortable. But as the temperature gets higher, the temperature goes from 100 degrees to 150 degrees, that water is getting hotter, and the frog is still sitting there because his central nervous system, or he's becoming comfortable with the uncomfortableness of the water. The water gets to about 200 degrees, it's scalding hot. The frog is sitting there. He's gotten kind of used to what's going on. It gets to 212 degrees, the water is boiling. The frog will sit there in this boiling water and cook himself to death. He will literally kill himself in the hot water. Businesses have a tendency to be a little bit like this. They deny the fact that there's something wrong. They've got comfortable with the uncomfortable. They have kind of just gotten used to the problems. But if you take another frog and you throw him into a pot of boiling hot water immediately, that frog is going to just immediately leap out of that hot water because they immediately recognize the danger. They recognize that there's something wrong and I better do something differently. So the purpose of that is to really kind of get us focused on improving profitability. If it's not where you want it to be, let's take immediate action, let's take massive changes, let's do things now that will make a significant change in your business. So today I'm going to really challenge you, confront you, to really start to make some massive changes in your businesses. And what are we going to work on to make those changes? We're going to discover those things. There's a lot of value in being profit-focused and really looking at making money in your businesses, especially today. If your business produces an additional dollar in profit, your business is worth maybe $3 to $5 more. So there's a huge advantage in terms of building the wealth for yourself and you're keeping your company sustainable. Quality of life issues are very important. About 50% of all women-owned businesses are owned by single mothers. And if the company is more profitable, they can do things better for their families. They can maybe have a better quality of life for the kids if the company's generating more money. Also, if your profit is maximized, you can borrow more money. It's a great thing to be able to have a good, strong balance sheet and a good track record, and procurement departments and other creditors will certainly want to give you the money you need to grow your business if you can show some good track record. Cash flow is critical. If you're profitable, you will have cash flow. Will be strong. They go hand in hand. And maybe there's other things in your life that you want to do. Maybe you want to build a wing on the hospital, or you want to buy a second home somewhere, travel more, or do something for your kids or your grandchildren. If your business is doing that and is profitable and healthy, it will fund those things that you want to do for your life. So everything gets back to the core of making our companies as profitable as they can. Whether you give it away or you take it, whatever you do with it, if you have the money within your business, you can do a lot of things that completely changes your life very quickly. If your company's making $100,000 and somebody's making $600,000, what does that do to your life? Quite a bit of different things. You can buy more equipment, you can be more sustainable. There's a lot of advantages to it. So we're going to talk about really how to become highly profitable and have a high growth business. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I want to make sure you guys have a sheet of paper there. And what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to learn today is I call the business flow map. Business flow map. This is a map of your business. And it really looks at all the steps that your business does, the processes within your business. The fact of the matter is most companies have hundreds of processes within the business. And we need to understand what those are so we can do things with them so we can understand how our business is. So what we're going to look at is from the time a sale is made to the time you get paid, what goes on? We're in touch with a potential customer, and suddenly over here we get paid. Well, there's a lot of things in the middle that go on. So we really want to understand what happens to our business on all the steps that are completed within the business. So we're going to try today to take 5 to 10 minutes and do a rough sketch of what the business flow map in your company looks like. So let me give you an example. Okay, this is my dog. And a business flow map is usually a flow chart of your company. A flow chart is all the steps that are included. So here's an example. This is a company. Who knows what? This is an example. So they do cold calling, they do trade shows, they do a website, they do networking events. All of those lead to a customer contacting the business in some way, shape, or form. So you all have unique ways of selling and getting in front of the customer. But let's say in this example, the customer contacts the business and they gather some information. They do a general interview and they find out what the customer's problem is, what solution you can provide, and maybe they put together a bid or estimate, and maybe there's a decision made after the bid or estimate. Maybe it's a no decision, maybe it's a yes decision, and if it's a yes decision, you start to order materials, and then all kinds of things happen. Okay? So what I want you to do is grab a pencil, start at the very top of your flow map of your business, and try and look at it. If you're with a couple people working with you, do this together in a group. I'm going to walk around and we're going to take 5 minutes and simply do a quick sketch of how your business flows from the sale to getting paid. Okay? So go to work. You have 5 minutes. Go. Any questions? Yes. If you've got other things in your company, put them together.
Of course.
We can probably go like this.
Well, you want to go over there?
Yeah. Then, once that,
Trade associations, shows. But like,
and then there's networking. I would say. Would you say networking is the other kind of?
So make sure you start before the sailing and
Let's start ordering supplies. If we know all the materials, like quantity, colors. Bid.
and one that we're proficient
Probably meet with
anybody have questions? Raise your hand.
Line here.
Well, even if we go back this way, then it would
and then maybe
eventually
like a sort of like a preliminary resolution.
direct
establish a
Yeah.
We haven't done marketing. We haven't done sitting. So yeah.
These two, it's probably dependent.
Well, purchase order placed.
And then generating.
Try and make it as detailed as you can.
Supposed to be 50%
Do
done.
as you can. It's a rough sketch.
and then right.
Well, usually customer says
Calling up candidates to find out who they know, calling up clients.
then we get our decision, and then
But if we were to kind of put it into big blocks, first of all, on the sales side, before the sale.
So I'd say the next thing would be determine the cost.
They usually like in art, like it's completely different.
what I wrote down is
too much.
the corporate, like the small ones, they don't really factor in there.
you know, it's just like
great.
where I think, you know, we need to have that, the other thing Carol and I were talking about
So we gotta do a yes again.
Yeah.
but first,
By the way,
Yeah, Karen.
Karen,
Earlier,
nice to meet
sorry.
you. Your take's down there, so I was like,